What's up, everyone? This is Bill. Today I got an installation video for you guys. My friends over at Providence Spyder and Motorcycle Accessories have sent me out some more add-ons for their docking station. This is the sockets. So this is their USB and cigarette lighter plug. So USB and plug right there. This is their sockets. And these go for this whole kit right here is an $80 add-on. And then also the waterproof switches that they offer. So these are a little tactile waterproof switch, just a simple 2-wire 12-volt switch. And these sell for $16.50. So these are a $16.50 add-on that you can add on to their docking station. I'll show you what their docking station looks like. Okay, so this is their adjustable docking station, and it will have these little plugs right here. They're just still held on there by two little tabs, so you'll punch those off. You just wiggle them back and forth, and they'll come right off. And this is adjustable. It comes with the spacers that go down here. It comes with the longer stainless steel hardware, the stainless steel bolts, and then it comes with one 1-inch ram ball. So you can get this kit by itself for $62 and use your own phone mount, or for $89 you can get it with their phone mount. And I'll show you a photo on screen of what their phone mount looks like. Okay, and then obviously I've added another ram ball to it, but you do have 2 more threaded pieces here for the ram balls, so you can add a total of 4 ram balls to it. You have these punch outs here for the waterproof switches, so you can add 2 switches, and then the sockets, you can put them on either side that you want. And they are also fused, so each side is fused separately going up to the battery. Okay, so today we're going to be installing that and showing you guys how it installs. Again, links for all this stuff, for this, the kit with the phone mount, for the sockets, the switches. You can really build it however you want. You know, if you just need this and have your own phone mount to use, you can order this by itself. Okay, so all those links will be in the description. I'll put the prices on the screen for you guys, and we'll get started installing it. It's a pretty straightforward install. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need to do here is obviously remove these 2 plastic panels, and we're going to need to get this hood off. Okay, so to get the hood off, you reach underneath. You got 2 little push pins here. Squeeze upward, pull straight down towards you. What you're looking at is these guys right here. So you're pulling this piece upward to release this latch. Hood slides down. Okay, and we'll get that plastic off of there, and I'll show you what's next. So the first thing we're going to do is open up your little front trunk here, and these are, people call them push rivets, or, you know, these come out just by releasing this top piece upward, and you can use something like this, a little plastic pry tool. So you're going to pull that top piece up, and then the bottom piece will come out. Okay, so we're going to remove these 2 here and these 2 here, and if you need to do both sides, it's the same on both sides. And then they sit on a plastic tab down here, so once these are out, you just lift straight up and it comes right off of there. Okay, so I'm going to do that for you guys and show you how to get these off. Okay, so you're going to come over here, and on this video we will only need to take off the left-hand side. So we're just going to get these off. Very simple. Get your pry tool under the top piece comes all the way out. Then get your pry tool under the bottom one. The bottom one comes all the way out. Okay, very simple to do. Once you do this a couple times, you'll be able to do it every time. And then they're on a little piece that snaps on right down here. So just pull up. And there you go. Plastic panel's off. Install the other side. It's exactly the same as this. Okay. Okay, so once you've got both plastic upper panels removed, you've got your hood removed, we're going to come up here. This is their docking station. There is a link in the description below for you to go watch the installation video of the docking station. This is just showing the add-on stuff you can add on to it down the road, or you can buy it as a whole package deal on their website. Okay, so this is showing the sockets, the electrical side of it, the sockets and the switches. So you're going to remove these tabs here. Just rock them back and forth. You can get them both out of there. This is where our sockets are going to go on each side. Okay, and we'll just rock these guys back and forth here. And you may have to work at it just a little bit to get them out, but just rock them back and forth until they break loose. They're designed to break loose. And then we're going to put our sockets in here. We're going to run our wiring all along this side. So the USB, we're going to put USB on this side. Usually I have the phone mount here. So we're going to go USB on this side, cigarette lighter plug on this side, and then we're going to run it all underneath the plastic here. And we're going to run it all out to this side and feed it right around down through the headlight area along the factory wire harness. Okay, the reason we need to take off the plastic to this side is so we can lift this piece up and get wire underneath there. We wanted full access to that. Okay, and then we'll go up to the battery department and take a look at how it all wires up. Okay, so you can install these however you want, whichever, left or right, depending on where you want your USB and where you want your cigarette lighter plug, your 12-volt plug here. The 12-volt plug is going to run off of the 30-amp fuse. So what I've done is taken a permanent marker, so you can see that there. Okay, this female bullet connector, and then on the male bullet connector, that's our positive wire, and then your ground wire is going to be the one that's the brown with red. Okay, so that's our positive wire, so we know when we get down there under the hood after running all these wires, we know that these two with the black marks are going to plug into each other and that they are going to the 30 amp fuse, and then your USB is going to the 3 amp. That'll be the pot lead. Okay, and then under the hood, you'll have this wire loom here. Obviously, this side positive to the battery terminal, negative to the battery terminal. And then you'll have a set of grounds and a set of positive leads. Okay. So that is what is going under the hood, is that setup there. I get this guy here installed. That's, like I say, it's completely up to you which side you put your 12-volt power supply or cigarette lighter plug, however you want to call it, and then your USB. I usually have my phone mounted here, opposite side of my throttle hand, so I'm going to put my USB plug right behind it, so that way all that is easy to do with your left hand. And my cigarette lighter plug or 12-volt power supply is going to go on the right side. So these do come unthreaded, and slide this all the way off of the wire, and you'll see it has little teeth. Okay, those teeth up on top almost act as a lock nut, so those teeth are going to go against the powder coated finish there. So what we're going to do is feed this down through here like so, and then we're going to slide this on, so the teeth side are going up towards the handlebars. Okay, and you're going to spin the bottom piece. Don't spin the socket. You'll risk damaging the wire. Okay, and then wherever you want your plug to sit, this rubber top hat here, plug to sit at, is completely up to you. I'm just going to leave mine at an angle. It's easy to get to even if you had a phone mounted up here. So we're going to leave them both sitting at an angle there. And we're just going to thread this guy down hand tight. Get it as tight as you can. No need to grab it with pliers or anything like that. Okay, then that guy can sit on there like that. And now this is going to run with our factory wire, and we're going to get it over to that side. And make sure you leave yourself some slack so when you adjust your handlebars that this also moves with the handlebars. Okay, so we'll come over and get this USB side like I said, it's going to look like in the box. Okay, and you'll see, you guys can see that there. It's got these little teeth. These teeth go upward and sandwich between the metal. Okay, so now we're going to get this guy fed through here. And then we're going to put this on. Okay, same thing, I'm going to leave it at that same angle. As tight as I can get it by hand. I'll leave that on there. There you go, we got easy access to them while we're riding. Okay, so now we're gonna obviously run this with the factory wire. Factory wire, we're gonna get this one out from this side over to the left-hand side. So I'm gonna get all that zip tied up and feed it underneath this plastic. Running your wire, you're going to run it and leave a bend in it, as you can see I did here. And then if you turn the wheel all the way sharp the opposite direction, you have room to get it up under here, so it's free to turn with the handlebars. And then you can put a zip tie on right here, and that allows it to have plenty of flex as you turn. And then this up in the front here, the way it comes undone, I undid this and ran my wire around so it comes out over there. So this, you push these little tabs right here and right here, push them in, and this will pull up. Okay, so when you put it back on, you're gonna make sure that these tabs lock in. Okay, so we got that ran. That'll feed down by the headlight. I'll show you what that looks like, and then we'll come down to the battery department. Okay, you're going to do the same thing on the other side, regardless if you install the 12 volt or the USB. Don't matter which side you install it on, it's still going to be the same on both sides, the way you run the wire. That one on the left side is going to come straight under the plastic and go out. This one's going to need to come routed up here and pull it tight underneath. Okay, so I'll show you what the other side looks like. Okay, so we have both our wires, and you'll see on your bike, if you come to the front, it'll lay down flat right where these wires are. You can line the two up, and they'll be roughly the same length, and you will have these warning tags at the end that you can peel off. It says pull on, hold on to the blue and pull on that. Do not pull directly on the wires, because you risk yanking the bullet connector actually out of there. Okay, you can get rid of these tags if you want. So now they're about roughly the same size, and they're going to drop right back down in here behind the headlight housing, and you'll have a factory wire harness that runs underneath here that you can zip tie these to and bring them out up towards the front end of the bike under the hood. Okay, but before we zip tie them out of the way, we're going to stuff them down in there and run them up front, and then we're going to install the battery stuff. We'll do the zip tying all the wires to make it look clean. We'll do that after we are done making sure everything works. Okay, so let's work on the battery department here. Thought I'd take a second here before we move down there to the hood area. If you were doing this all at the same time, I would like to show you first they're waterproof switches. Okay, we're going to pull, we have 2 of them here. Again, these are $16.50. And the way these work is you just unthread the rubber top cap on it. Okay, and they just go right like that. Okay, so if you were running any kind of accessories, like say some fog lights or something like that, or if you were to rewire it so you have a kill switch on your headlights, I know a lot of people have asked me about that. That is something I plan on doing in the future. And I'm going to use one of these switches so you can actually shut the headlights off completely. Because right now, to shut the headlights off, you need to pull the key out and wait. Pulling the key out is the quickest way anyway. And these switches should fit right in that little hole there, nice and firm. And obviously your top cap goes on. So if you were doing all this, that's why I wanted to take a minute to show you this. You can wire in your switches however you want. They're just a 2-prong, 2-wire, tactile. A really nice click to them. You really know if you pushed it all the way or not. And you could run that down through with these wires that we're wiring in and run it over on that side with that if you had something you're wiring it to. Obviously, I don't have anything that I'm hooking it up to just yet. I just wanted to show you the installation of the switches to go with the sockets. And then the phone mount on here will have the full kit. And I will be able to show you, I do have a RAM mount. Again, I'll show you some pictures of what their phone mount looks like. I don't have it here with me at the shop. Okay, so now we'll move on and get this plastic piece locked up. We're going to zip tie these wires together and feed them down through there by the headlight. We're going to get this guy plastic put back on here. Okay, so here's what everything looks like up close with those switches. Obviously, you'd tuck your wires out of the way. Have it looking real nice and clean up here. You got access to your switches, your USB, your 12 volt, okay, and then 4 RAM balls as well. So you really have a lot going on or a little going on, however you want to set it up. That's one of the main things I love this docking station about it. One of the main things I love about it is it's so versatile, and the way you can mount everything to one spot and not have a bunch of stuff everywhere mounted to your handlebars and whatnot. And scar your handlebars up, because that was a U-bolt for a different phone mount, and it scarred it. Okay, so to avoid that, go with this docking station. Okay, so we'll get the under the hood stuff done, get everything tidied up. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do here is zip tie these together where they come out, about 2 inches away from where they come out of that plastic. We don't want to jumble them up because we want them to lay flat when we put that plastic back on. Okay, so we're going to zip tie it up here. And then as they come down, just to keep it really clean, we're going to just zip tie them right on top of each other. Okay, you can use the provided zip ties or you can use your own. Okay, then when you're zip tying it to that main wire harness, you're not fighting with 2 separate wires trying to figure out how you're going to get a zip tie around both and whatnot. So we'll leave it like that. This here should lay back down in there. Okay, if you just pull forward on the edge of that glove box a little bit, you let these tabs to lock back in. Okay, and you'll still be able to get your plastic panels up underneath there. without having those tabs loose. You don't need them loose. Okay, so now we'll move down to the engine bay. You will need a 10mm socket, or these have also, you can use a Phillips right there for the battery terminal. You know, this guy here, we're going to run it right down along here with all these factory wires. You should see an opening. Should see an opening down there behind that headlight. You should be able to stuff these back there without any issues. You could also take the ends together. It might be an easier way for you to get this done. But as you can see, I didn't need to. And there they are. Both sides down here. And to get back behind here, you probably have to take your factory, you're going to want to take that factory air scoop off. It's two little quick release levers down at the bottom that you pull up straight out, and then it lifts up off of the little lip that it's sitting on. Pretty easy to get that off. Obviously I have an intake on here, so we're not having to worry about that. If you're interested in that intake, I'll put a link in the description so you guys can check it out. Okay, so there we go. We have that ran up here. I'm going to zip tie it last, and we'll zip tie it. Like I said, if you look underneath the plastic right on this side here, you'll see the factory wire harness running upward that you'll be able to zip tie to. And then these are just going to sit up out of the way there. Okay. Just sit there like that. And then we'll come down here to this battery. So if you come down here, your battery is located right here, and this, you'll have a red plug over the positive side. If you cut a little slit in that, you can see I already have another accessory running, so you can still utilize that plastic rubber plug here that covers that positive terminal. So if you just cut a little slit inside of it, just use some snips and just cut it right there. Okay, so that's our positive and our negative that we're going to be hooking up to. We're going to run them along this side. You can usually get wire tucked right down in here to come up to the water hose, which will go underneath the frame right here and to the factory wire harness, which is where we're going to zip tie everything to. Okay, so that's what I'm going to get done right now. Got all this on. Obviously the ground wire is tucked right under here. Okay, then my hot lead right here. And where we had a whole bunch of wire left over, we just moved it all over into this little kick panel over here on this side. Okay, you have plenty of room back there. And then we zip tied everything up to the water hose. We went underneath the frame rail right here and zip tied everything up to the main factory wire harness right here. And we followed that harness all the way up and zip tied it along the way where it comes out underneath by the headlight. Okay, so now you can see that is turned all the way sharp, and it's not even touching any of our wiring. So that is the tricky part, is to, you don't have a lot of room under this hood already as it is. So you need to be very clever and very strategic with where you're going to run your wiring, because you don't want it to interfere and get moved around when you're steering left and right. Okay, and then these, I left them the way they are to show you, but you should be using electric tape on these and wrap it from where the wire starts to the other side with electric tape. Okay. Okay, that would be the proper way to do a bullet connector. So it's protected from the elements, water, whatnot. Okay, so you would run electric tape from here to here, from one end of it all the way to the other end. One piece of electric tape wrapped around each individual one. Okay, so that is something you'll want to do. Okay, so now, as you can see how this came out. It's got a nice clean look to it. So we'll get our hood back on, our plastic panels buttoned back on, and I'll let you guys see up top how everything works. Okay, so now we got the plastic panels back on. We got everything buttoned back up the way it's supposed to be. We'll come up top here and just let you guys see. So obviously you got your waterproof switches to run whatever accessories you would want. And then you have your 12 volt on this side. So I can show you guys this just to demonstrate how it works. Obviously you can see, I can really tell you got that blue light on. So, and this again is not the phone mount that would come in the kit. This is a different phone mount that I already had. There you go, charging right there. Okay, so that's your 12 volt. And that's got solid power. It's not going to drain the battery when nothing's plugged in. And then the USB is really nice. So you'll see the little green light come on. If you touch that down to it, what it is there's a magnetic little ring inside here. So when a magnet touches that, it kills power to it. So it's not going to sit there and drain your battery. Okay, obviously we put our USB in here. Oop. There we go, charging on either of these USB plugs. So now we have two USB plugs up front and a 12 volt system with our adjustable docking station. Okay, so there we go. I'll have to let you guys take a walk around the bike and check it out, see how it looks installed. But like I said, link in the description below. Go check these guys out. Providence Spyder and Motorcycle Accessories. They got quite the unique stuff on their website for the Can-Am RYKER. Stuff that you don't see on other websites. So this whole set right here, the sockets and whatnot. Okay, for the sockets, it's $80. Waterproof switches, $16.50. The docking station itself without the phone holder is $62. With the phone holder, $89. You can buy it all individually and put it together however you like. You can also order an extra RAM ball from them as well. Again, link in the description for everything. Go check them out. You can follow them on their Instagram also. I'll leave a link to their Instagram. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button down here in the corner. That helps me out tremendously. That keeps companies like this sending me products to show you guys and do these detailed installation videos for you guys. So don't forget to subscribe. Give me the thumbs up button if you guys like the content. And there'll be links to follow me on all social media as well. Okay, so I'll let you guys take a walk around the bike. Enjoy some music. You guys have a good day. Thanks for watching. Peace.